Hey, what's happening, my fearless networking friends? Todd Falcone here today with another episode. Kind of an interesting little question to ask ourselves, right? So here we are. Obviously, if you're plugging into me, you're probably a self-employed entrepreneur. Most people that are following me are involved in the direct sales, network marketing profession. I have a lot of other people in real estate and finance and traditional sales that are plugging into my stuff. And I think what I'm about to share with you, if you're in any kind of production-based environment where you get paid on what you produce and what you're doing, very valuable question to ask yourself. Here's the thing. You're ultimately the CEO of your own enterprise. Like if you're a salesperson, no, you're not the CEO of the company. If you're a network marketer, you're not the CEO of the company, but you're really the CEO of your own destiny here, right? Like, because they're not, in a commission-based sales job, you don't get paid unless you produce. If you're involved in network marketing, you don't get paid unless you produce. If you're in real estate, you don't get paid unless you produce. If you're a stockbroker, you don't get paid unless you produce. So they're all essentially the same thing. They're production-based businesses. And so what we got to do is we've got to produce, right? So a great question. In fact, I'll phrase it to you in a couple of different ways. So when you finish up your day, and I think it's a very valuable question to ask yourself to just be in check with you, is you get done with your day, you're wrapping things up, and you're getting ready to call it a day, and you just ask yourself a simple question. What did I produce today? What did I produce today? Or another way of putting it is, would I hire me? Based on how I showed up today in my job, in my business, if it came down to hiring or firing me based on what I did that day, what would you do? Like if your boss was looking at you and they had a chance to see what you did do or did not do that day, and at the end of the day, they're going to decide whether they're going to keep you or they're going to hire you, what would they do? And that's like one of those things where we got to go, wait a minute, I got to really look at myself, because there's so many people that I've worked with that are in the business, but they're not doing the business, or they're in it, but they're kind of doing it, and they know that they're really not showing up at the level that they should be showing up. And there's reasons why that is, but I think the important thing, at least for this particular episode, is for you to finish every single day by being real with yourself and asking yourself a few basic questions. And again, you can phrase it in different ways. What did I produce today? What would be interesting, in fact, is when you ask yourself that question, what did I produce today? Write down what it is. What did you produce today? Oh, I got 3 new customers. I got 2 new distributors. I made 6 sales. I prospected 82 people. I did 14 presentations. I looked at my desk all day. I took a nap for 3 hours. I watched reruns of Oprah. Again, you can get real with yourself and go, okay, because again, it's like this is like a mirror. This is an accountability exercise for yourself. It's a mirror reflection. It's like you're looking in the mirror and being able to get feedback and be honest with yourself as to what you're doing or not doing. And what I found, and certainly in network marketing and certainly in traditional sales as well, a lot of people lie to themselves and they do all these other things that don't matter so much, thinking that they're being productive in the business, but they're really not. So what did I produce today? Would I hire me? Is a great question. Would I hire me? And think about it. Like, let's say, again, you were the CEO of a company and you had these employees. There are some people that you're going to keep. And why are you going to keep them? Because they're doing a great job. And then there's some people that are not, because they show up late, they leave early, they're twiddling their thumbs at their desk, and you're not going to pay a guy or gal to, sit there at their desk and do nothing. So those are some great questions to ask yourself. And another exercise that this is something I've done. I think it works for both. For sure, it works for traditional sales as it does for network marketing. And this is something for years and years and years and years I've done on stage. And the exercise is very simply this. It's the draw box exercise. And some of you guys have been plugged into me for any period of time know what's coming. But what you do at the end of every day is you just draw a little box. And in the box, you write in the number of new exposures that day that you personally did. How many new reach outs, new exposures did you do for your products, your services, or your business opportunity that day? Not how many did you think about it, how many leads are on your list, how many Facebook friends that you have, how many Instagram followers, how many people today did you reach out to? And this is such a powerful exercise to be able to do, where every single day you're just being real with yourself, and it's just a simple draw a little box, put in the number of new people. And some of you, again, that have seen me on the stage have heard me do this. When I do this, I'm like, cool, draw a box, write in the number of new people. If it's 0, it's clearly not good enough. 1, oh my gosh, I'm so tired for you. I'm so exhausted. It's the end of the day and you reached out to one whole person. I mean, gosh, that must be exhausting, right? Of course, I'm joking here. And then, then you draw in the box, and I got a little phrase that goes along with it. That I think I've been saying this for probably well over 15 years. Double digits a day, keep the commission checks on their way. Double digits a day, keep the commission checks on their way. If you want to make sure and you want to be real with yourself in terms of your production, that your output, and know that you're actually doing the right things, like just being real with yourself by what did I produce today, would I hire me, draw a box and put that number in there. And what does that mean, double digits a day, keep the commission checks on their way? Well, what's the first double digit? A 10. Oh, so does that mean I have to talk to 10 people a day minimum, or I'm not a network marketer? I didn't say that. But what if you did? What if every single day, you did a minimum of 10 new reach outs for your products, your services, your business? Where would your check be? It would be, I don't think it would be possible for you to not have some decent production if you know for sure that you're flipping rocks over at that level every single day. But, if you're doing this box exercise for the next 30 days and it's 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 2, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 3, and you're wondering why at the end of the month, why your commissions aren't increasing, now you know. But now the other thing is, if it's 17, 14, 22, 11, 18, 16, 4, 82, whatever it is, and then you look at how your business, how you wrapped up the month, there's no question you're going to be like, oh yeah, I got a bunch of new reps, I got a bunch of new customers, my check is growing, because you're focused on the right activities. That's the whole part of this message is, are you focusing on the right activities? Are you focusing on the right activities, which is revenue producing activities, and being honest with yourself by asking yourself some tough questions. Would I hire me? What did I produce today? Doing the box exercise. And when you begin doing this, then you got the reality right in your face. We can't lie to ourselves when we're being real, when we're actually taking the time to ask ourselves those tough questions. So if you're struggling with your production, or even if you're not, I think this would be a great exercise for you. So you might be on my YouTube channel. Appreciate my YouTubers. You might be listening to me on audio on my podcast. Thank you so much as well. And many of you might be on my site right here. If you're anywhere else and you're not seeing this full episode, please come on over to toddfalcone.com/episode 120, and you can see the details. Love to hear from you. Love your questions. Love your input. Again, toddfalcone.com/episode 120, and you have yourself an amazing day.